Things you should find out before you start an assisted living home. So, some of you watch my videos, you guys know that I'm in the transitional housing business. Some of my tenants are disabled or suffer from some form of disability, either be mental or physical. And sometimes a lot of my tenants are veterans. So, something you should find out now, most states it's illegal to ask someone what their disability is. You're not supposed to ask a tenant that, even though it's beneficial to the landlord or to you. If you're running an assisted living home, it's beneficial to you to know that, but you can't use that in the sense that you may use that to discriminate against them. Why that is very important, because you can have someone that might have a challenge that now is impacting the other people in your care. Then you start having people move out, like the situation that I've encountered a few times where someone may not disclose the full scope of what their challenges are, and then it'll impact the other people that are in the residency, and then they start to move out, then you start losing income. So I had to learn ways around that. And you should ask certain questions like, what level of assistance do they require? Do they need special doors? Do they need a wheelchair accommodation? Do they need someone to help them get up in the morning in the case of someone that might be overweight or considered obese where they're disabled? Do they have a mental fits? Someone that may have mental illness where they just have these fits in all hours when people are trying to, or people are sleeping in the middle of the night and they start screaming and shouting and they need to be calmed down, like something like that. You can't ask, but you want to find out, are there challenges that I should know about that might be impactful to the other people in the residency, just for our awareness. You want to know that before you jump into that, because that can be a big problem to your operation if you don't find that out. And again, it's illegal to ask that directly, but you could ask questions around that, and they have to be honest with you. So when they're staying in your residency, and you put that in the agreement and on the terms of their which, if you want to call it lease or rental agreement, you want to be very specific that person has disclosed that they have no whatever that challenges everyone else. So if you have to get them out, you have that legal documentation to stand on because they breached that. So anyway, let me know if you have any more questions. If you're trying to get into the transitional housing or assisted living, mostly transitional, which all of that falls under that umbrella: recovery, sober living, group home, they all fall under transitional housing because the people usually are not long term. But in some cases, yeah, if it's senior care, which is different, that may be long term, and some assisted living. But anyway, please follow me, comment, share, and go to my website if you like to. If you're trying to get into that business and want to learn more before just jumping into it. Anyway, I'm Mitchell H. Thank you.